Hi everybody, started the stream. Gonna go post this on our website. Let me tweet it first. Twitter, tweet, and I am copying it over onto our website. The website is jollyrogerukulele.com. Today we have the wrap up for our Tin Pan Alley. We spent a couple weeks on Tin Pan Alley, and this is our last chance to play, just to talk about the song and get them really good before we go into tomorrow, which is our final concert of the Tin Pan Alley, two weeks, and we are playing today Tonight You Belong to Me and Ukulele Lady. Depending on how time goes, we may review one of the other ones from the week, but it had a short week today. I missed Monday, and so we are rushing to get everything in. Tomorrow we play through all of the songs from the week, which includes some arpeggios that we worked on early in the week. It also then includes I'll See You in My Dreams, and If You Knew Susie, It's Only a Paper Moon, Tonight You Belong to Me, and Ukulele Lady. So we got a lot of music to get through this week, and it looks like the website's opening up to the correct spot. And then, let's see, I forgot to finish the tweet, so let's go do that. We'll be starting in a couple of minutes here. Tuff, Ukulele, and Baritone, Tin Pan Final Rehearsal, https://jollyrogerukulele.com. And then that pops up. I'm tossing in a photo in addition to that. Now let's toss in the photo from yesterday because it's kind of fun. Tweet, and right, so we tweeted that. Yeah, that's a cute tweet. Looks good. I've been trying to figure out how to make everything look good on all the different platforms, and so definitely a waste of my time. All right, so delete, and Aspen Music Festival. I don't need to know what they're doing. I'm not going anywhere. Let's see. Mindy. So I'm having a little bit of delay on my internet. You guys will let me know if you're having any trouble on your end. It looks like I've got a massive delay. It may be more related to email than anything. But anyway, it looks like a bunch of you guys jumped in here anyway, so we should be fine. Deb is here. Aloha from beautiful Hilo, Hawaii. Sound is good, she says. That's exciting. Elizabeth is in from beautiful downtown, not really, Greeley, Colorado. Carol is in from beautiful, there is no downtown, up near Salida in Nathrop, Colorado. Bright sun reflecting off 4 inches of new snow. We had a snow here in Denver overnight. I don't know what temperature it is outside, but I know when I opened up the door for Henry this morning, he likes to sniff the air. He agreed that it was not worth. He was not worth it, so we closed the door back up. Sandy, afternoon sound is good. Losing outside temperature went from 32 to 25 since. Oh, really? It's getting colder up in Montana. They're going the wrong direction. Jack is in today. Aloha from sunny Glenview, Illinois. It's odd, the further north you go, the better your weather is this week. Jerry's back in. She said it was 70 degrees in Arvada yesterday, so she's still on my list of people who trick me. Vic is in. It's raining up in Eugene. Hawaii says, Deb says everything's all smooth in Hawaii, so that's good. Any words coming same time as the mouth is moving. That's good. Yeah, you should see the delay that is on my screen is ridiculous. So as long as we're more or less synced up, that's a good sign. Ronnie's in from New Mexico, 37 degrees, cold down in New Mexico. Bruce in from Utah. He's doing some babysitting out there right now. Bright and sunny Utah, 33 degrees Fahrenheit. Still no power down in Virginia. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Brutal, Bruce. Janice is in from Sydney, Australia, sounding good. She has better weather than us, you guys. Dennis is in from Toronto, -4 and snowing up north. All right, look at us. We got all things. Nancy shows up. She's in Hawaii. She says, I'm ready to play the good stuff. And she's like, yeah, and by the way, my weather's better than yours. Linda's in from Denver here. She says the sound is good. Annie's in. Olaf from the heart of Denver, right? It's actually 32, Jerry says. Okay, good. Rita, in from Illinois. Rita sent me a bunch of ideas for Celtic music over the next couple weeks. We'll see how much I can get to. Thank you for that, Rita. It's sunny and 27. It's sunny and 20. It seems warm when you're in Chicago, up in Illinois, and it's 27 degrees in the winter. That tells you about living in Illinois. Linda, up in from Vancouver, or British Columbia. Rain, rain, rain. Need to get some things done. It's raining outside. I got things to do. Linda, you're supposed to be staying in and enjoying the weather. That's what you're supposed to do. When it rains, you can make a cup of tea. I've been drinking this tea I found in the back of the cabinet called Numi. The reason I went through my tea cabinet is somebody here, who shall remain nameless, bought me a gift certificate to Twinings, and I got a box, and so I got, with tea in it, and now we're putting all of our dead teas that are in the cabinet into this box, and we're cleaning out that cabinet. We're finding all these teas that we bought who knows when. And so I'm finishing these up, so they sound like it tastes like really old Earl Grey is what it tastes like. Fran is in. She's from Southern California. Lynn is in from New Jersey. It's 27 and snowy there. Christine is here. Hold on. Every time Red comes in, I got to press a button here. Let's give her this one. Thank you, Red. Red is here. Amy is in she's from Denver. Clay's in from Northern California. Pauline also from Northern California. Ray from Denver. Marianne from Michigan. Elizabeth in from Bozeman, Montana. Lots of sun up there. That's nice. Lanny is logged in under Deb. Sorry, Lanny, calling you Deb. I know it's not Deb. Deb comes to the harmonica. Lanny comes to ukulele. Linda's in from Hawaii. Both of our Hawaiians are right there. We don't care what temperature it is in Hawaii. We're mad at them. Diane is in here from Denver. We had snow overnight. And making tea right now. It took 4 months to go through my teas. Oh, you had a lot of tea. All right, so Linda's legit on tea. And Cindy is in from north of Colfax. Those of you who don't know, we have the main drag through Denver is Colfax. And there's nothing positive about Colfax at any point. If you go west, it's all car dealerships, run-down old car dealerships. And if you go east, it's all run-down old motels. Nothing good about it at all. And so you judge your quality of life by how near or how far you are from Colfax. I have amended that to anybody who lives north of Colfax must be trouble. And so Terry and Cindy live north of Colfax. And so we have a few others who live in north of Colfax, but they're out in the suburbs and they don't recognize that Colfax is a denotation line. Lanny says, watching the whales play. You guys, so lucky. Kat is in. She is actually in Texarkana, Texas. Guys, 18 inches of snow. She said earlier today they had half an inch was their deepest snow prior to this, and 18 inches of snow. But I understand that the heater is being repaired, and glad you're here, Kat. If you have to leave to give the guy a tip, do it. And Laurel is in. We got melting snow here in Denver. Guys, glad you're here. We're going to only do 2 songs today. I am figuring you might want a little bit of time on your own to get ready for tomorrow. And so we're just going to do the 2 songs. So we're going to play, what's the first one on the list? Tonight You Belong to Me. Let's grab a ukulele version of Tonight You Belong to Me, please. And let's do that one. Ukulele version, Tonight You Belong to Me. And let's see how we're doing on that. Today, sort of our last chance just to make sure you're ready for tomorrow. I like to take the Friday concerts kind of serious. I want you to be really thoughtful about being prepared for that. It gives you an artificial deadline. That's what concerts are. We would not, as musicians, I think there's a handful of them who have enough ego that they want to be in front of a group all of the time. But for most of us, we just love playing, right? We love making music. And what I want, and we might not ever go up in front of an audience, except that we have these concerts that we do, and we do them to create an artificial deadline to help you have a date and a time and a place to be ready. And so tomorrow, in this time slot, we are going to play a lot of music. We're going to run through the Make a Better bar worksheet. We're going to play the arpeggio from Tuesday, and then we have 5 songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We play them 2 different ways, so it's really 10 songs. So be on time tomorrow. I'm going to start exactly at 1:05, and we are going to blast through everything. And I'm going to talk. I will not have time to talk at all tomorrow. which is going to be weird, right? Let's see. Kat said the heater guy wants to learn how to play the uke. I showed him your site. I might buy him a uke before he leaves. I can imagine nobody being more popular in his neighborhood right now, in your neighborhood, than the guy who fixes the heaters. 18 inches of snow, you guys. That would be a big one in Denver. Texarkana. Okay, Kari. Good afternoon, Kari. Don't be Kari. Don't show up at 1:12. All right, let's. We like to pick on Kari. She's always late to everything. That's one of the things we know about Kari, and she will show up with a Starbucks. So we love that about her. All right. Tonight you belong to me. Remember, this little intro is the hard part. Dun 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 dun. Oops, I went the wrong way. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so we worked on this one before, but beware, you've got this bar chord C, right? And really, guys, make sure you know it's a B flat, right? Which is really an A chord. It's really an A chord. You move your bar up here, and then you move it up here, and it's a C chord. And then you just have to hit the 3, right? Just as a thing. Hey, Barbara, welcome in. Okay, so that's the idea. That if you can get that right, that gets that dun 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 dun, that little show business thing going on, and then the rest of it is you channel Bernadette Peters and Steve Martin from The Jerk, right? I know although you belong to me, or somebody new, but tonight, cha-cha, you belong to me. And then you go right back in to that same dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dum-dum-dun-dun-dun-dun. Probably if I ever rewrite this, I will just have you redo the repeat and just go right back to the top. Then you don't have it in 2 separate places. So you literally could go to the bottom and then just go back and play the intro again. It's identical. And then remember when we get into measures 11 and 12, we're going to slow it down. All me, bum, 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 way down by the stream. How sweet it will seem once more just to dream in the moonlight. My baby, I know. And then it'll pick up the speed again. So just make sure that the B section there from 11 through 19, you're playing a little bit slower, a little more sensitive, a little bit more beautiful. All right, let's give this here. All right, from the top. Not too fast, and then slow it down when we get to the B section. And baritone players, the chords are challenging, right? So some of them are. This is not necessarily your best key. Okay, let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's slow it down. I'm having a terrible time getting it all together. Let's go from measure 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go into measure 11. 12. Back to measure 3 one more time. Let's see if I can get it right. Go. And then you're going to jump to the end of the song to measure 21. Much harder song than the other ones. Technically, this one requires a lot of focus. Yeah, last year, year before, 3 years, I don't know, at some point in the past, we gave this to our new member players in the orchestra, this exact version. And of course, in the first couple of weeks, a little bit of a struggle. By the end of it, they're playing it really nicely. And probably a few of them are you guys, right? And you're like, why can't he play that? I can play this. Very technically challenging piece, and it's really fun. Let's do it one more time on ukulele, then we'll switch to baritone. Except every Monday. Kari's can't be late on Monday nights. But she does have her Starbucks. One of the rules we have with Kari is she's going to be late, you know it. So as long as she calls up and asks if you want something from Starbucks, it's okay for her to be late. Let's see. In the evenings, it's a grande chai with extra pump and non-fat milk, right? All right, here we go. From the top, a lot slower than I was trying to play it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was it 3 years ago, Jerry? Good gosh. Jerry was a new player with our orchestra then, so she was on the Tonight You Belong to Me group. 3 years ago. Oh my gosh. Seems like last week. Seems like last week you were just a youngster, Jerry. Let's do the baritone version. Let's grab the baritone version for me, please. Baritone. Baritone. T's would be toward the end of the alphabet. R, S, T. Tonight You Belong to Me. All right, ukulele players. Remember, with your G chord, you can just get a G sharp by just sliding that up and sliding it back. Just don't play the top string. Right? that's the fastest way to think about that stuff. G chord, G7, C, C minor on baritone or ukulele. Your C minor is just a little partial bar on 3. You know your G's, you know your D7s. Your E flat on your ukulele. Remember we did earlier this week in the arpeggio, index, middle, ring. That's your E flat. E7 bar on 4 with your ring finger there. That's your E7. Or you got your open E7 here, right? You got that E7. That one works too. A chord, D7. So but ukulele chords are actually pretty handy. Okay. Elizabeth says, that's hard. That song hurts my head. It hurts my heart. That's what my nephew years ago when he got mad. Grandpa got mad at him for something, and he says, "Grandpa, you hurt my heart." And now he's 26 now, something like that, and it's still a phrase. Kevin, you hurt my heart. All right, let's play this. Tonight You Belong to Me, baritone version. Let's see how we do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Go. Couple thoughts, couple of note changes. Measure 11, second note in measure 11 is a 0. You might want to play that as a 4 on string 3. That way you don't have to change anything on your left hand. So just drop that down to the string 3 and play a 4, which you're already holding. And then the same thing in measure 3. The next to last note is a 3 after that big bar, the bar 555. Just play an 8 on the second string instead of a 3 on the first string, and a little bit easier to play. This is a tough song, guys. This is tough, right? This will take you a little bit of thinking through. And again, at this level, when you're at this level, probably in order to master songs, one, you'll master songs much more quickly because you'll start to see patterns. You know, this pattern here, that shape there, this is not a surprise to you, right? You've done this in all different places on the neck now, so it's not a big deal anymore. So you'll start recognizing those patterns. It'll be much faster and easier to get comfy with the song than when you first start. But the problem is the song complexity is at a level now where you probably can't just sit down and play it, right? You saw me struggle right off the bat because I hadn't warmed up at all, and so now I'm on round number 4 of this. Hopefully I can get a little closer. So let's give it one last shot on baritone ukulele players. You're probably finding his timing isn't real consistent, you know, and so you're having to adapt to me on this. I'm aware of that. From the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. The wrong button again. Okay, there. Phew, that's a tough song. I'm kind of worn out. We'll stick with baritone. We'll go to the next song. I see some stuff going on here. Dennis says, is there an archive video where you go over the fingering of Tonight You Belong to Me? Well, maybe, maybe not. I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's talk about it real quick, okay? Dennis, you're on ukulele, I think. We'll while I'm talking, those of you guys who know the finger, go ahead and double check it. Go ahead and pull up your baritone version of Ukulele Lady. But those, it's not a bad idea to talk about it if I haven't talked about it before. So the first thing I'm doing is that the B flat shape, right? But it's up on 3. Bum 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 right? So I'm just sliding that forward and back, and then I'm hitting the 3 because I'm already holding down the 3. Bum 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 3. Bum 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 3. And then so then after that, C chord, another 3, and open. So the first measure 5 is pretty straightforward. 3 0. Go to your index finger on 1 for the C7. And then when you're running up the fretboard, guys, you got a lot of choices. You see me making bad decisions all the time, but you can do dum dun dun dun, because the highest note you're going to play is a 7, with one exception. So you could slide your pinky up there, and it sounds kind of cool because you get a little bit of zip 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 zip. But I don't usually recommend that. I'm usually thinking, all right, I'd love to get my 5 up here on this so that my 7's more reliable. But whatever it takes to be able, when you see those runs going up the fretboard, and you'll see that a lot in a lot of the music we do, you're going to just have to get comfortable taking your eye off. Right? And so I'm pulling my eyes off the paper, making sure I'm hitting the correct frets, and then getting my eyes back on the paper. One thing to do, guys, and I know this is easy to talk about and very hard to do, but I notice myself when I'm pulling my eye off the paper, I'm trying to look 3, 4, 5 notes ahead to see what's coming up, so that I got an opportunity to look down at the fretboard, make sure I'm doing things right, and then when my eyeball gets back to the paper, we're about where I left off. So I have a tendency to read at least a half a measure ahead as an instrumentalist. Obviously, as a conductor, I'm usually reading 2 measures ahead, but you want to look a little bit ahead so you know, like, okay, after I do this little run, I got this that 5, and then your eye can come back and catch that. Measures and so that little run up to 7, and then grab and then you come back to the chord in the middle of measure 4, and then you got a 3, and then an F chord, and then you got another run, right? 3 5 7, and then you're going to put that bar on. I changed my note from a 3 on the first string to an 8 on the second string. I play that with my pinky. And then I open it up to get the 0. This is, for me, the hardest thing in the daggone song is this 1 from the C minor with the 4 as the melody note. I'm really fighting that one. Okay, you really do want to use your index and pinky on that. And then the 3, I've been grabbing it with my middle finger, grabbing the 5 with my ring finger, 7 with my pinky, and then this wacko chord here, this 5 4 5 sounds so cool. Right? That's got this, like, that seems something, feels a little off. I love it so much. And then I'm just grabbing the 3 5, and then now I'm back into that tension that's created, that moment is resolved right here. 9 bum bum, and then the 3 and the 7. And then I'm being slow. This is a triplet leading into this 5 7 5, and I was slow. I was late every single time I played it, grabbing that 5 7 5. That's your high D7 or G7 if you're on ukulele. Okay, and you want to hit that, and then be on the 10. And this stupid ukulele has a thing on 12. I keep thinking it's 10. And then I'm going to grab another 7, and then I go back to the top of the page and play through that whole thing a second time. When I go over to page 2, and I'm in measure 11, again, grabbing that C chord, and then 4, 3, 3, and then a G7. And now that section through there is pretty straightforward, right? It's pretty easy. Slow it down, roll it way down. Let that ring out for 3 beats. By the string, 2, 3, once more, 2, 3. It will. This is where you get tripped up. You've got the F shape on 3, bar on 3, F shape in front. That's your E flat if you're on baritone, and A flat if you're on ukulele. Okay, and then I just hit the 4 again, and then I've got a pretty easy going here. It's 3, 0, 3, and then you got your E7 for baritone, A7 for ukulele, 1 0 1 1 1, 0 1 0 1 0 0. And then this is another hard moment. You got to get your bar on it too. It looks like a regular old D chord or A chord if you're on baritone, but put a bar there because you're going to need your pinky way up on 7. And then really quickly into your D7 or G7 if you are on ukulele. And then again, I find this a little bit challenging. My baby, I know right, and I've been questioning, I've been hesitating when I do the turnaround to go back to page 1 if I know the second note in measure 3, and so I know I hit the C chord, and then I'm like, I'm not sure what comes after that. So hopefully that's helpful, Dennis, to give you a little bit of a run through on the fingering chart there. And of course, that was super fast, so you can go back and check this broadcast now and double check your fingering on that. That's, I would say, in my mind, being able to pull your eyeballs off the page to get the 1, 3, 5, 7s together, and then bringing your eyeballs back together. I found that in a lot of the music we've been playing lately, when we get those runs going up the fretboard, I don't have any choice but to pull my eyes off the paper and watch my hands to make sure I'm fretting correctly, and then being able to get back onto the paper. That's a skill that we all got to study a little bit. It's none of us like it, right? You guys in the orchestra are probably like, yeah, I don't even know what he's talking about. We do that all the time. But when you're a soloist and you're playing Tuff uke, you do a little bit less of that. So hopefully that was helpful. Thanks, Rita. Okay, baritone version. Ukulele Lady. Now, Ukulele Lady, we would think it's supposed to be easy, right? Because it says ukulele, and it's about a lady, and it's back in the day, and so it's supposed to be an easy song. Now, I would say this song is not easy at all. There's many, many sections about it that are very, very, very challenging, and so let's run through it. We'll let's play through it once. We may end up only playing the ukulele part of this one time, but we'll see. See if we have time. We'll see how much of a pickle I create in this. You're going to play down all the way to the end, and then you come back to 17. That's one of the things I think you got to. Hopefully, you've got highlighter already on your sheet music, or marked it in some way so that you can remember that. Our tendency is to go clear back to the beginning. Okay, it's in C, and so ukulele players, C, G7s, A minors, E minors. Hopefully you know your E minor, and your B7 is A7 moved up 2. So B7 is bar here, and bar on 2 with your A7 in front of it. D chord, G7 you're fine with. Let's see if I see anything else that's super weird. Remember, D minor for you guys is the F chord with the ring finger underneath there. That's your D minor. Hopefully that's something you know by now. Yeah, the rest of that it's chords you should do. You should be okay with. The beginning part with the G7 and all that nonsense. Remember, if you look at a G sharp 7, you're like, all right, here's my G7. It says G sharp 7. There's lots of choices you can have, but the smart thing to do, slide it up 1, and then just make sure you're only playing the strings you're holding down. That's your G7, right? G sharp 7 instead of a G7. That's your normal G7. Here's your, right? I'm doing it in the wrong key, but you see what I'm talking about, is that you can just slide things up. If you need to play a G chord, for example, and you slide it up 1, it becomes a G sharp, right? Same thing with B flat. You got a B flat, slide it up 1, becomes a B, slide it up 2, becomes a C. Okay? All right, here we go. Grab your chords, ukulele players, baritone players, this is your moment. Okay, let's see if it goes pretty smooth, we'll just play it through one time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar. chord 7. Let's go back to 17. Isn't that a lovely tune? Little hard to play. Not as hard to play as Tonight You Belong to Me, but really lots of different pieces and parts. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. We got just time enough to play the ukulele version of that, so let's go grab that. Go grab your ukulele version of Ukulele Lady. Ukulele version of Ukulele Lady. Isn't it weird that in the English language makes sense? Nothing I said is normal. Grab your ukulele version of Ukulele Lady, and let's run through that one real quick. Let's see. Kat says, beautiful music today. Thank you. The heater is on. Go get him, Kat. Go sit in front of your register. All right. Renee's wonderful. All right, let's grab the ukulele version of this. All right, you guys had 2 songs off. Interesting. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. Phew. All right, now I can breathe. Guys, this is a tough day. That's more than enough music for the week. So tomorrow, be on time, Kari. We're going to start exactly at 1:05. We're going to do the Make a Better Bar worksheet both ways. We're going to do arpeggio both ways. We're going to do 5 songs both ways. That's like 900 songs we have to do tomorrow. So we may run a tiny bit over. We may not make it at all. I don't know. I got a new haircut and nothing's behaving. So glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Hope this music is coming along. It is tough stuff, guys, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely, we're grabbing 1920, bright, dropping it down into 2020. Whatever this year is, and it's so exciting. This 100-year revival of ukulele. We're making it happen right here at JollyRogerUkulele.com. Guys, go out and do a random act of kindness. Be safe, right? Let's root for Texas, guys. We got to get the electricity back on down there. Unbelievable situation going on. You're gonna have to practice. You guys are that good. You're that good. You have to practice when you're this good. Just keep showing up here. That's the key. And like and subscribe if you are logged in wherever the button is down here. I don't know anymore. This thing's backwards. And then obviously, hopefully, all of you guys are already members of the website. So, you guys have a lovely day. Thanks for being here. You're making me better. Hopefully, we're all getting a little better together. And thank you for everything. Kat said, Kat had to sneak out. Let's see, Ronnie, great day, good to see you. Bob Calhoun, nice job. Thanks for being here, Bob. Vic. Thanks. Yeah, they're fun, right? Ronnie, what a beautiful arrangement. It's a good arrangement, right? Took me years to get that one right. I think it's right. Jennifer, good to see you. Jerry, that one is fun. That one, when she says that one is fun, it means the other one wasn't that fun. Barbara, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I better practice. You guys are at a level, right? You're at that level where it just doesn't fall out of your hands, right? And so that's exciting. That's exciting that you have to actually put some time in on stuff. Patty, good to see you. I like that song. Love that song. Pauline, isn't it beautiful? You guys you're killing it. That's beautiful. Ronnie, thanks so much, Gary. I never disappoint. I disappoint a lot. I'm very comfortable with disappointing people. Thanks, Ronnie. That's very sweet. Amy, good to see you. Cindy, great song. Thanks, Cindy. Good to see you. Sandy, rough day, but a good price. It should be rough. This is hard music, guys. It's okay. It's supposed to be hard, right? It's supposed to. If you can sit down and play everything, then really, what are you going to do next? You got to pick a different instrument or something. Ray, good to see you, bud. Very tough. Lanny, love the Tin Pan Alley. Yeah, good for you. Awesome. Good to see you, bud. Janice, thanks. Nice duets, yeah. And you go grab Mary and make her sit down and play with you, Janice. If she's not already sitting there. Linda, mahalo. See you tomorrow. Go watch the whales. Fran, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Elizabeth, yay, right? Kat's got her heat on. Kat's paying no attention to us. She's sitting there on top of the register right at this moment. Nancy, keep Florida rocking. Annie, good to see you. Elizabeth, you're welcome. Lynn, I'll see you tomorrow. And Carol, message retracted. Awesome. See you, Carol. And Clay, thanks, buddy. See you soon. Tomorrow, be here on time, everybody, and we will make it happen. I am going to pull the plug. Thanks for everything. I will see you all tomorrow.